Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the latest vehicle released by Rockstar as part of the Casino DLC, don't you know? Okay, so here we go, we're going to head on inside. Right here, okay, right, buzz the office, right, absolutely refuse to do that, you know. Right, okay, now here we are, we're heading into my office, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, I must warn you, don't make eye contact with my secretary. She's a sociopath, you know, and she'll track you down and try to ruin your life through a series of rather embarrassing pictures, and you may have to end up employing her and you against your wishes, you know. Okay, well, here we go. We're at the computer now, and we're going to log on and take a look at the latest vehicle, and it is the Ocelot Lotus. So the Ocelot Lotus can be found under the legendary motorsport website. Okay, and there we go. The Ocelot Locust, I should say. Okay, got that wrong. Now, there's obviously the reason for that, ladies and gentlemen, is this car is clearly based upon the Lotus, you know, as you will come to see in a short period of time. And of course, we're going to send it up to the Hillcrest residence, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that was retailing for a price of $1,625,000. Rather steep price tag, and we're going to get getting there, ladies and gentlemen, in the Trojan Emerus, or the Emerus, a rather fine vehicle, and extremely good, very expensive, but my god is it fantastic in terms of acceleration, top speed, handling and braking. Okay, and it's got to stay before the vehicle has been delivered, so why didn't we go on inside and take a look then? Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Ocelot Locust, don't you know, presumably based upon the Toyota 211, you know, something along those lines. One would assume looks very similar to the Lotus Elise, you know, which would be the Baltic on this game, you know. And there we go. Okay, so this is clearly a track car, ladies and gentlemen, by the lack of that windscreen and the lack of that roof. What do we think of it? That's what I think of it anyway. Okay, you know, kind of do like a roof and a windscreen on my car, to be quite frank with you, you know. Don't quite like the look of this, and I'm not wearing my hat or my pug mask, and I don't quite like that. Okie dokie, well, here we go, we're heading on out, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops, daisies, right, okie dokie. Well, we'll give it a go on the street, ladies and gentlemen, see how she handles. $1.6 million, she ought to handle quite well, and she does, you know. Okay, that's very twitchy handling there. Okay, rather interesting. Okay, we're getting up some speed as well, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, right, okay, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, this feels absolutely fantastic, and I'm not doing the best in the air there. And right, sodding hell, flipped the car there, didn't I? Okie dokie, all right, okay, hit the post, but didn't knock it down, right, okay, right, oh, bloody hell, right, okay, nearly flipped it over there, didn't I now? Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this really does feel quite fast, ladies and gentlemen. The handling really is very responsive indeed, you know. The acceleration didn't feel too bad either. Okay, quite impressed with this car, you know. Really is quite nice. Look at that go, you know. That's really quite interesting. Okie dokie, so what do we think of it? First out the box, quite impressed, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad, you know. Right, whoops, it daisies, okay, lost it there. Yeah, it's right, a little bit slippy there, sort of lost traction, it felt like, but doubtless my driving, you know. Okie dokie, well, we'll take it on back to the Maze Bank offices now, ladies and gentlemen. I think, and go and have this vehicle upgraded and modified and whatnot in our custom auto shop, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Okie dokie, and there we go. Right, okay, seems to be a commotion going on outside now, doesn't it? Well, we won't partake in any of that nonsense, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, here we go. We are in the custom auto shop, and now we're going to go through some of the modifications, you know. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will be running through this section of the video at double speed in order to hurry things along somewhat, you know. Can take rather a long time, unfortunately. Okie dokie, well, here we go. Right, now we're going through some of the more aesthetic stylings on the front, give you an idea what can be affected to the vehicle. Now, like I say, presumably this car is based upon the Lotus 211. Not entirely certain on that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look exactly like it, you understand, but it looks rather like a Lotus Elise and rather like a 211. So I'm guessing they've gone for a blend of those two. couldn't be certain, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe entirely wrong on that, but that's my best guess, you know. Okie dokie. Anyway, so what do we think of it? Like I say, it's got the stylings of the Elise there, or the Voltic, so to speak. I mean, it's a sort of short wheelbase car, you know, and whatnot. Not entirely nostalgic, but I quite like the styling. Were a little bit bigger, you know. It just looks sort of like a child's toy somewhat, but without the roof there and the windscreen, ladies and gentlemen, it does look rather doesn't look quite right to my eye, to be quite frank with you. Okie dokie. Well, here we go. We got some liveries as well. That's always rather interesting now, isn't it? Let's take a look at some of these. Okay, I think we've had a good look at. Now we're going on to the colour. And as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, it is quite clearly a two-tone colour, which is rather interesting, you know, and that working with the liveries might get a bit fussy, you know, a bit complicated, can't be certain, you know. Okay, anyway, as it happens, ladies and gentlemen, I do take rather a long time, you know, with the respray, so I've cut a little bit out here just to hurry things along somewhat, a little bit more, you know, because I really did spend a disproportionate amount of time going through these through the colours, trying to get just the right look and failing completely and making the car look absolutely hideous. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when I try to style vehicles, you know. Okay, well, here we go. We're going to take it out onto the street, ladies and gentlemen, to see how she handles with all of the upgrades. Okie dokie, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, first off on the street, going quite fast, isn't it? Trying not to be... Right, okay, right, slid all the way off there. Right, okie dokie, trying to get a handle for this car, you know. Right, okay, acceleration seems good, you know. Top speed seems good, you know. Not entirely something that's got a massive top speed there, ladies and gentlemen, but the handling's very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Extremely responsive, extremely good handling, but seems to have a limited bite point, you know, and after that it seems to just lose traction completely, you know. Really quite a strange car to drive, you know. Right, okay, and here we go, sodding hell. Right, okay, and a telephone call from LJT. Well, we're going to pay absolutely no attention to that, I think. Yeah, let's go away, Mr. LJT. Yeah, so what do I say, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's very, right, okie dokie, to see losing traction there again. Right, okay, now, like I said, we've done this a couple of times, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take this out on a second lap because I really don't feel that I've got a handle for this particular vehicle, you know. So, okay, here we go. Right, we're going to give it one more go, going up to the top there, and round we go, and right, okie dokie, slidey, and all that. Okay, right. So, yes, like I say, so good acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, good top speed, handling, that's what it comes down to with this car. Very responsive, very quick, very sharp handling, ladies and gentlemen. But like I say, whoops, that days is sodding hell, right? Okay, sort of wasted that second lap there, didn't I? Now, well, we'll try and make amends down this bottom left-hand corner, you know. Yes, but like I say, so very sharp, very responsive, ladies and gentlemen. But it has a limited bite point, and after a certain degree, it loses traction and just starts to slide all over the road. Okay, here we go on the right corner, and sodding hell, right? Okay, complete gutter ball. Was absolutely no point in doing that lap now, though it was. Okie dokie, well, we'll take it on back to Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, I think now, and we'll see what's going on. Right, okay, clearly hit a car there, didn't I? And here we go, we're going on inside. Yes, well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. That's the Ocelot Locust, and of course, there's only one question now that remains, and that'll be to take it up to the track, you know. But before we go ahead and do that, here we go. Look on two wheels, ladies and gentlemen. How about that, right? Yes, like I said, before we go ahead and do that, you know, I thought, well, I did take it on a few more laps, just trying to get a handle for the car, ladies and gentlemen. Really couldn't get a grip for it. And I'll show you a few of the bits now. As you can see, sliding off the track there, like I say, complete lack of traction. Really rather interesting car. But if you put your foot right down, ladies and gentlemen, and don't sort of go at it softly, you can see you start to get around that corner, and here we go. Okay, starting to get a little more of a handle for it, and whoops, it daisies, hit a car, right? That really is a rotten shame, you know. Okie dokie, and so we're going to try that top corner again, ladies and gentlemen, at top speed, and not braking, throwing ourselves into it, and there we go. Okay, so you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that bite point actually really is a very realistic thing in there, you ladies and gentlemen, and the only technique I could really find, to be quite frank with you, for driving this car in any kind of meaningful, successful way, is either to brake heavily before, bloody hell, that corner again, right? Completely wasted that, didn't I? Yes, either brake heavily before the corner, or yes, throw it round at top speed, risk losing that traction or guaranteed losing that traction, then try to regain it in the correct place. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're taking on down the track, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Coil Baltic, presumably based on the Tesla Roadster, ladies and gentlemen, which is itself based upon the Lotus Elise, and we are, of course, driving the Ocelot Locust, ladies and gentlemen, which is presumably based on the Lotus 211. So both of these cars are broadly based on the Lotus Elise there, ladies and gentlemen, or the Baltic on this game, as you would know it. And there we go. Okay, we started very softly, ladies and gentlemen. We've decided to put it up against a very similar sort of styling car, ladies and gentlemen. Very cheap car, though, the Coil Baltic, it should be pointed out, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, there we go. It does seem that the Ocelot Locust can actually beat it. Okay, and here we go. We're going to swap over, and you can see there's dramatic similarity, ladies and gentlemen, between the stylings of those particular vehicles. As I say, they are both based upon the same car, Okay, so here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. We've put Mr. Raccoon there into the Ocelot Locust, and I'm in his Coil Baltic. And I should point out that is Mr. Raccoon driving all the other vehicles, and his name's the Bromby. He has a channel of his own, so if you go and try type that into YouTube, you can find that, and why not go and have a look at some of his videos too? They really are rather entertaining. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Both of us taking a shocking bad corner, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right, on this occasion, yes, the Coil Baltic's got into the front, and no, there we go. And yet another telephone call from LJT. I do wish he would leave me alone, Okay, cookies, yes, there's no question, ladies and gentlemen. So the Ocelot Locust can beat the Coil Baltic, and we would bloody well expect so, So $1.6 million for the Locust, and well under $1 million for the Baltic, maybe under 200,000 for all I know. Okay, now this is the Benefactor Schlager. And this is $1.3 million, ladies and gentlemen. And no, now against a sports car, so with a bit of luck, we'll sort of start slowly edging up that price bracket and see exactly what this Ocelot Locust can take, And it's not looking good, is it, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, that's 1.3 for the Schlager. And it's 1.6 for the Ocelot there, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just lost. Okay, well, we're going to try that one more time. Maybe if Mr. Raccoon, I'm more proficient driver, maybe if he takes the Ocelot there, it'll fare better, But straight off the line, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it does seem that the Benefactor there is going to take it, and it's sort of soaring away down that runway. Okie dokie, not a good start, ladies and gentlemen, not good signs, I got to say. Right, I managed to get round the corner there, and oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, things are starting to become clear now, aren't they? That's 1.3 for the Schlager, and 1.6 for the Ocelot, and my goodness, it's just lost. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now, what can we do? Well, let's try to give it a fighting chance now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put it up against the Flash GT, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in a broadly sort of similar price bracket. I could be wrong on that. Really should have checked that out before I started, Okay, but this is the Flash GT, presumably based on a Ford Focus. Couldn't be entirely certain about that, and it's very fast car, got very fast acceleration, but presumably, the Locust is going to go ahead and beat it. And there we go, getting around the corner. Rightio, no problem at all. You can see losing traction. Oh, bloody hell, right. Okay, that's not looking good, is it now, ladies and gentlemen? That Flash GT has just leapt into the lead, and we really don't care. Right, okay, it's getting rather close, though, isn't it? Right, oh, well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Right, took it at the last second. Right, that really was very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Well, like I say, this really is very much in the same price bracket, and that was a very close race, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I think both of these vehicles, I should say, retailing for around about 1.6 million. And here we go. Okay, not doing too good this time, and I've completely got aboard the corner there, ladies and gentlemen. And that is now the Flash GT disappearing into the distance. Okay, now, like I say, not really doing too good now, is it? This latest Ocelot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, there's only one thing we can do now. Let's get serious, shall we? This is the Pegassi Zentorno, or Big Daddy Z, as Mr. Raccoon likes to call it, And there we go. This is the car that we use as our sort of litmus test, ladies and gentlemen, or for the to see if a car is really competitive in any way, and we're about to find out the answer with the Ocelot Locust, ladies and gentlemen. Can it in any way stand up against the Zentorno? And no, it can't. That is the Zentorno disappearing into the distance, don't you know? Okay, so there, that pretty much sums it up then for the Ocelot Locust now, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And there is only now one more question remaining on this video, and that question is the GTO. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is what Mr. Raccoon has taken to referring to as the final masquerade, don't you know? And it is the humiliation of any vehicle that we purchase by the Garotti GTO, and that's what it's gonna seem to be that way for some time. You know, nothing has come along yet that can touch it. I know what you're thinking. The Zentorno is doing a lot better, but actually, if you look at the minimap there, you'll see that no, the GTO is streets ahead, ladies and gentlemen. It does what it does best, and that is destroys absolutely everything without any regard for a sort of standing or status, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. The Locust, I should say. What do we bloody hell, sodding Raccoon? Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Raccoon. Yes. Okay, so what do we think of the Ocelot Locust, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'd say for $1.1 million, for $1.2 million, very, very fine car, ladies and gentlemen. And for $1.6 million, ladies and gentlemen, what I say is raspberries. Take that, you wretched thing. Take that, you absolute waste of money. Actually, as it happens, Mr. Raccoon says he quite likes this car, quite likes the slippery traction, you know, but I can't stand the wretched thing. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, thank you for watching.